Hey, good morning, everybody. What's going on? Today is Friday, January 18th, 2019. My name is Jeremy, and this is my first cup of coffee. So, it's Friday. I'm going into a busy weekend. There's a big snowstorm coming, and I'm very tired. Why am I very tired? Because I was up late. No, it's nothing salacious. Get your minds out of the gutter. I was working. But it was fun. Let me tell you why. My sister-in-law introduced me to a friend of hers who she said, you know what? I think you guys would hit it off. Again, nothing salacious, nothing even romantic. Chris and I have a lot in common professionally. And over the last couple months, we have talked about this idea of starting a podcast together. I know. Jeremy's going to be on another podcast? Crazy town. But last night, we recorded a few test episodes to shop around, just get people's feedback, test out the format, the content, the vibe, etc. It was fun. We recorded at his place, and I think I left at like 11:30. It was great. It was fun. It was exciting. Why? Why am I telling you about this? Why is this something that warrants discussion? Because I'm fired up about it. And when you're fired up about something, you want to talk about it. You want to talk about it with everyone, everywhere. You want to talk about it because it's motivating. And sometimes taking that motivation into the rest of your life is really helpful. Sometimes it's even critically important. Because let's face it, you are not always going to be fired up about all of the things that you need to do. So to use the inspiration, hi annoying cat, stop, she's been terrible this morning, to be fired up about some things and use that to drive the rest of what you're doing, it's great. Now that can happen professionally, like I'm talking about this new project that has me excited and will filter over into other things that I'm doing because I feel good. I feel positive about the direction that my career, this company, etc., are headed. And you could also say the same thing about martial arts. Sometimes learning a new technique or training with a new person, developing improved skill at a certain thing, going to a seminar, can reinvigorate your motivation for your martial arts training. Because to do the same thing every day, every class, without learning new material, while necessary in the way most martial arts are taught, especially the higher rank you get to, the more frustrating it can be. Let's face it, we're human beings, and we like new things. We enjoy change in that way. But it's not the scary kind of change where stuff gets taken away. It's martial arts. It's added on to. You don't stop knowing your original forms when you learn a new form. You don't stop developing, you don't stop using or be having the option to use certain techniques in your sparring as you learn new techniques or develop new combinations. You have choices, and your choice shifts around. And that's one of the things that I really like about martial arts, is that as we get better, we have more options, more choices, and we have the ability to choose how we want to express ourselves through it. That's where the personal development comes in. There are an infinite number of ways to perform a form, even within the parameters of how it is supposed to be done. So when I think about this podcast that we recorded, what's exciting for me is the fact that I'm tackling something with someone else. I don't typically do that. When we look around at whistlekick, well, there are people that work with me and help me. I'm not collaborating with them on anything. When we look at the other things that I do professionally, there is, with rare exception, little opportunity for me to collaborate. I enjoy collaboration. I enjoy working with people on things to get a better result. Now, here's the secret. I didn't used to. I used to hate collaborating. I used to hate working in groups, working with other people. Because, to be honest, I was really arrogant. I didn't think anybody cared as much as I did. I didn't think anybody would work as hard as I did. And you know what? Let's be honest. That's usually true. You don't become a multi-time entrepreneur if you don't work harder than most people. You don't build a business that supports quite a few employees by not caring more. It just doesn't work that way. But despite the caring, despite the hard work, it can be lonely at the top, if you want to think of a hierarchical structure like that. And now, at this point in my career, I'm ready to collaborate with some people. And I didn't realize that until right now. Even though it was happening, even though I was enjoying it. I'm only realizing as I talk this out here that that's something that I'd been missing. I've always wanted partners. I've always wanted people that I could count on professionally. Say, hey, let's divvy up this work. You do this thing you're good at. I'm gonna do this thing I'm good at. Let's work on this thing that we're both good at or terrible at together and see how much damage we can do. And I think, again, you can say the same thing about martial arts. No one is going to be better at teaching martial arts, any particular style, than everyone. Because different people learn differently, even if it's not the quality of instruction. I'm a pretty good martial arts teacher, at least I'd like to think I am. But there are people that I have not been able to reach, that I've not been able to convey my information to. Because I can't teach to every personality type, every learning type. I try. I'll continue to try. I'll continue to hopefully get better. But there are other people who are better at teaching, at least in those cases, and that's okay. Because while we should all strive to be the best at things, we're never going to be, because that label is subjective. You could be the best forms practitioner in the world. You could be the best fighter in the world. You could be the best teacher in the world. And in certain circumstances, someone, more than likely bunches of people, will be better. Now I'm headed to a competition this weekend. The IPON, the Independent Practitioners and Promoters of New England, opening tournament for the year, hanging out with the team whistlekick. And tomorrow evening, there's an awards banquet for both IPON and the Twin State, the Vermont, New Hampshire circuit that we work pretty closely with. We'll be doling out some awards to those folks, and it's going to be a good time. Now, unfortunately, there's a big snowstorm coming. So, I'm expecting numbers might be kind of low. Hopefully not too low, because there are a lot of people that I haven't seen for a few months that I would like to see. But this is what happens when you have an event in New England in the winter. And by winter, I mean anywhere between October and April. Yes. 7 months out of the year, it can snow a lot. But it's all right. You roll with the punches, right? Now today, as you go through your day, look for your opportunities to collaborate. Thank you, Russ. Find the ways, the people that you can work with to make things better. Could be something really small. And if you are not a skilled collaborator, like me, honestly, pick small things. Don't tackle huge projects. Work on short-term things. Get some successes under your belt. Now, if you are a skilled collaborator, maybe it's time to revisit how you can use that skill to benefit yourself, professionally, personally, even in your martial arts. If you're a martial arts instructor and you have people that have been training with you for years and you've never taken them aside one-on-one and say, hey, how can I be better? I think that's a lost opportunity. Most people aren't going to volunteer that information. But it's still worth hearing. If your job is to teach people and you don't ask them how they feel about your teaching once in a while, how do you get better? I hope you have a great day. I hope you have a wonderful weekend. If you are somewhere where there's lots of snow, good luck. I will see you back here on YouTube on Monday. If you haven't, make sure you subscribe and turn on notifications. We do this show here on YouTube every weekday at just about 6:30, give or take a couple minutes. Take care.